Good evening. Afternoon. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Not so long.
Not so long. Do we know if Jim is coming tonight? Jim Blake?
I don't know, but the
Paul
guitarist.
said he's going to be coming.
I don't think Mo's gonna be.
Are we all standing?
Mo will
Mo
not
had a
be
gig.
here?
I heard he has a gig.
Oh, he has a gig.
Mo, was he? That's
The drummer, the other percussionist.
So he was here.
Wednesday.
He was drumming for rehearsal.
Okay. So then you're the
I'm the guy.
Okay.
When we do a sound check, can we do that one night where we did that rhythm?
Yeah, we need fresh. That's the thing, is we need, really
Yeah.
all here to be part of it. So, let me see if there's anything I can just review with the choir. Choir, let me just talk about, I presume, whoever's going to be here is here. I just need to wait till, you know what, actually, maybe one of you can be in charge of communicating with Paul in case he doesn't get here till, our time to end rehearsal. So, the first thing is with the Hallelujah. That'll just be Ruach. I'm not going to sing the Hallelujah. The Hunaranana.
So who's doing the intro?
Yeah, I wondered about the intro.
So is Rabbi Lockett's going to be here?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I'll be the intro.
Great. So then on the Hunaranana,
Paul lead.
what's that?
Paul starts.
Right. Okay. I'll be on guitar for that.
And he does the vamp.
Right. Yeah.
Then I
Yeah. Right. Right. Okay, good. Yes, and I'll also, when we run it through, I'll also show you.
okay.
Havana Shira. How is that? What's the intro for Havana Shira? What is the intro for Havana Shira?
Oh, that's a good
Is that you leading?
That actually is a bass intro, so that's Paul, and I'm not sure exactly what he does.
He goes dum dum
I need to grab it.
dum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum ba dum ba dum bum. So it's like a 4-bar intro.
4-bar, correct?
I think that's 4 bars.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that's what it is. And you just listen to him and then you start.
Jeff,
Right.
are you really not talking to me?
Okay. So Paul generally does the beginning of Havana Shira.
Got it?
Yep.
Is that the intro? Rita? Matt?
Sure.
No, it starts on.
I don't know. That's what I heard.
Oh, the bass.
What's the key?
Okay. I don't play it. Rita
Okay.
plays it.
So then I want to talk over that in a moment. Let's see if I have Havana Shira. Actually, here, let's just do the little bit of the Havana Shira. Are you playing Havana Shira?
Yes.
All right. So.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for letting me know.
I'm not putting it through the app yet, but it's just. Okay, good. All right, great. So that'll be. And then how are we beginning that? Saying that Paul starts that up?
He has in the past, but you can
Okay,
start it
I
if you'd
think
like.
the way to go is just to count it off. 2, 3, 4.
Havana Shira, Shir Hallelujah. I have a question. There, number 44, it says Vishamru or Yismachu.
No, of course you can't. Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Oh, it's a reading, not a song. Okay, okay.
Yeah, that was a question. English reading.
And then you're going to stay here to film.
Here,
Barb's going to be there or here?
No music
You want to
there.
be here?
Okay, thank you, Rabbi.
I'm usually there, but I'm going to go there.
So the roll into dark, the first time with guitar only.
I think so. I'm missing one page of the
So,
I think so, but I'm not positive.
Why don't you two share and figure out which of you has?
So where do you want me?
I guess right there. I guess we're all gonna sit down.
so roll into dark, Bart.
Not enough room.
Yeah, Barb, you gotta move over, all the way to the edge
Okay,
there,
all right.
okay?
Good. Nice to see you. Good to meet you. We're going to do, I just want to, what we're going to do is I just want to talk through a few things, just touch on a few things, then we're going to rehearse, just select things so we have enough time to, you relax before it soon. So the format for Roll into Dark is I'm going to start off slower, and then we'll take it. The second time through will be in a faster tempo. So roll into dark, roll into night, night becomes day, day turns to night. You want to sing softly the second time, and I sing that. Oh, Ray. I know. I'll cycle that through. We're going to go through this. Yeah, we'll go through this, but just wanted to touch on that so that we'll start off slow, and then we'll go.
Okay, so Cantor, you want to sing it
Hold on,
through?
first of the time. Rita?
You want no instrument other than guitar for the whole first time through?
Are you come in the piano with the first, after the roll into dark, after I do the roll into dark, okay?
After
You can
it's
just
the
join
second,
the piano
yeah.
kind of, with like sort of like a little ambient, kind of tradition. Okay, we're gonna rehearse this through in a moment, I just wanted to point out before we rehearse this, so you have a heads up, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to do it first by yourself, and then we're going to come in when you jazz it up.
Right, when I jazz it up. If you
Okay.
can't contain yourself, and you need to sing along softly, that's okay.
All right.
Okay. Next, the Adonai Sufatai, we're going to do 4 times. We'll start slow, we'll gradually speed up. When we come to the final time, we're just going to slow down for the last phrase. So let's just practice that for now.
Okay.
So, actually, you know what, we're not going to practice it now. I'm just pointing it out now. We'll practice all this information. The other is the Hashkivenu. Does anyone have pencils? I have a pencil. For those who came on rehearsal on Tuesday, we talked this through. Our Siddur has changed part of the liturgy, part of the word in the liturgy. It says, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom, cause us to lie down in peace. The Ha'amidenu, now that it used to say Malkeinu, which means our king, which means let us stand up our king for life.
Shomrei.
So the Siddur, Mishkan, Tefillah has changed the word Malkeinu to
Shomrei.
which means our guardian, our guard.
Shomreinu.
The Ha'amidenu, Shomreinu. Okay?
Okay.
then one
second time
fast.
in Emily does another life, so
And then
we're
it's
gonna start off.
Do you want the keyboard on to back up?
Yeah, sure, that'd be lovely. That'd be great.
Can we do just two stops? I'm not sure.
Oh, just a heads up, Adonai spot T. We're doing 4 times, and the 4th time we keep tempo until the very end.
Don't worry. Yeah.
And we're gonna rehearse it.
I don't think I'm the best.
Paul, did you get there's an outline there on the,
Just the same as last month, right?
pretty much. Oh, and the other thing is, the Yula Ratzon, Henry, you can, I'm wondering if you would take the lead on that, everyone would sing.
Yeah. Most everyone knows, and
Still haven't had a chance to.
Yeah.
depend on you,
And
Jeff.
Eric,
You know
you're
that.
gonna do your beautiful solo first,
Start off with that, just like we
and
have.
I'll give you chords.
I have a 12-bar intro, and then there's an interlude,
Right.
bar, and then it's a cappella clapping.
That's the second time.
Second time.
I've had a successful
I wonder if we're
rehearsal on Tuesday, and one of the things that I think was accomplished was the unity of sound, both vocally, the connection, and the sense of relaxation.
Test.
we sing. And I think that, you know, when we get the monitors here, that will help us as well greatly. And at the second rehearsal, we'll be doing the sound check and installation of those monitors, so that really helps us to be comfortable. What happens is, and this happens to me as well, is that because we're not able to hear ourselves, the tendency is to push a little bit, and it's difficult to trust that, you know, we're being heard. And I think the remedy to that, under the conditions that we have now, is to listen as much as possible, just to the ensemble, to just take the observation view, and then also just to trust that you can sing lightly and that you'll be good. Okay?
Good.
Have you here?
It would be helpful if Edward was here to just kind of sort of our mixing there.
These things work. They are.
Over again.
Maybe I can stay.
Edward? Can you hear me, Edward?
Edward, this is God. Right.
Cantor, while we're waiting, meet Plomokal, are you going to do the intro?
Yes.
And we're gonna do a 4-bar.
Edward more.
After
Yeah.
the first one.
There he is.
Just like a break.
Is that Edward?
And then you're gonna do
Yeah, I ran into him at Costco or Home Depot.
you're gonna do, we're gonna break, and you're gonna do the instrumentals for 4 bars, and then we're gonna come in. After this, in the second verse.
I'm trying to remember what you want to start doing.
Rita?
It might be whatever.
Are we going to start with the chat we're doing, or no? Yes, we got it.
Okay, so everybody, I would like to just
That's
try
Naba
the
Bashira
first part of Column B.
instead of Hava.
Okay.
Do you think an evil eye is going to scare me?
Oh, yeah, we can play in there.
Did you start that?
Yep.
Rolling gracious. Ready?
I'm turning it down here.
Paul's still getting set up, so I want to wait till he's ready to what happens.
Also, can you change the mix a little bit more treble on my face? Yeah, whatever possible.
Here's what you just...
More treble, less bass. Use them judiciously, whenever possible.
Oh.
That's what I'm
the same we use.
Yeah, it's a lot cleaner sounding.
Yes, she's outside. She's outside.
content, okay. Is it in? Does it sound-
Just want to make sure we got it to the.
Do you want it?
That's awesome.
Once again, just the beginning.
Is that the tempo we want to do? Mark?
Too fast or too slow?
Okay.
How's my volume?
It's fine right now. Just remember that
To keep.
The tempo is a little too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am, one of them's a little bit, I think I started back.
Then you're going to do the break. You're going to do the instrumental after the whole thing, right?
Yes.
Right?
In the middle,
So,
right.
in the middle, he's going to do the instrumental. Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, good. So the other, let's do this, the other line, the fast, the fourth time.
Adonai, Adonai, Sfatai Tiktam, Adonai, Ufi Yagi, Right.
Got that.
So the Asher Shalom at the end. I'm wondering if my name
It was
Testing,
muted.
1, 2.
Oh, there you go. Because I told him I couldn't hear you at all.
Ose Shalom. Hey, I forgot to turn this on. Ose Shalom Bimroma. Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. Ve'imru. On our way. Good. And then so we go, we do ya la 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 la. So that will go after that time,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back to the Oseh Shalom.
Yes, then we end. Yeah.
Great.
Okay, how are we going to, how are we going to sit now so that we can get up easily?
How many chairs are there here? Should we all sit in front here?
Not here, but here.
Yeah. And when do we sit down? That's the thing that also.
Twice.
I mean, we have to understand when the choreography is there. It's 5 up nominal.
I was thinking about that for them.
And then solo, and then we'll do Hush Ravine one more time. And then
We set house one for that.
Andrew, we're doing the traditional Elena?
yes.
Okay, so we don't do that, instrumental.
Sorry, no, it's okay now.
Great.
We're gonna sit there and work that up. Elaine, you shall there, down, cold. I'll take the July.
This is the version.
Yeah, we'll have to pick this up now. All right, we're gonna brainstorm this stuff.
So are we going to get started, or?
Yeah, momentarily.
4 minutes of?
Good to see you.
Ditto that.
I'll sing it. We're gonna sing it, yeah. And then, when we come to the part that's then they should say it.
I know, but there's nobody to sing.
What is it? I didn't take the repeat.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Beit Shalom. It is wonderful to be together and to welcome Shabbat on this third Friday of the month. I want to do a few introductions. Cantor Schwartz is joining us now after almost 2 months as our new cantor at Beit Shalom, and so we're so pleased to have him here with us. And also on the Bima, we have our Ruach ensemble who is leading us in worship and who invites all of you to participate. They are not performing a concert, they are leading worship, and so we invite you to join along in singing, and you can use whatever part of your body that you feel moved to bring the spirit, the Ruach of Shabbat this evening. So we are going to be praying both from our Mishkan Tefillah blue Siddur that you can find in the seats in front of you. And we are also going to be using our song sheets that you received as you walked in. So this evening we are going to start with Hallel, which is number 1 on our song sheets. now going to turn to our prayer books, where we are going to invite Steve and Suzanne Newson to join us in helping to lead the blessings for the candles and Kiddush. You can turn to page 2 in your prayer books.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
All their array. On the seventh day God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim Ki banu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yahava uvratzon yinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
We are going to continue in our service singing Lechuna Ranana, which is number 2 on page 1 in our song sheets.
Lechuna Ranana, yai lai lai
We are going to continue in our prayer books on page 339, Hava Nashira.
Hava Nashira, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah. 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 Hava Nashira, Shir Hallelujah. Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah.
Let's rise and turn to page 28 in our prayer books. Excuse me, we're going to be using our song sheets for Baruch, still rise. But Baruch, the version we are singing this evening, is number 3 in our song sheets on page 2.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? La, 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 Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Adonai HaOlam Le'olam
We are going to continue with a prayer praising God for acts of creation, Ma'ariv Aravim, which is number 4 on our song sheets on page 2.
day turns to night, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. O re yom balayla, o lelor mipnei choshech, o lelor mipnei choshech, vechoshech mipnei yom.
Ahavat Olam. It's number 5 in our song sheets on page 3.
Ahavat olam.
Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
You may be seated. Let's turn now in our prayer books to page 36 for Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We're going to continue with Micha Mocha, which is number 6 in our handbooks on page 3.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, עוז פרק. Come, the children crossed the sea, they sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh. No chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh.
We'll continue with Hashkivenu, which is on page 42 in our prayer books.
The version will skip ahead to the words Ushmor tzeitenu uvaenu lechayimu leshalom. May our comings and goings be for peace and for shalom and for shalom and chayim and life. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu lechayim u'shalom ve'ata Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hashkivenu, may God make it good. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim.
Let's turn in our prayer books to page 44. We'll read together in the English on the bottom of the page. Those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. Let's turn to page 46 in our prayer books and rise for tefillah.
Ha na 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 Adonai. Ha na 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 Vatai Yitach. Ha na 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 Ufi Yagid.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo B'Yahava. Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol atah Rab Lehoshia, Morid Hatal. Mechalkel Chaim bechesed, Mechayei HaKol berachamim rabim, Somek noflim berofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Mi chamocha bal gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman natal hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yahlelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. You may be seated. At this time in our service, we think of all of those in our lives who are in need of healing. And as we do so, we pray and we hope that as we think about them, that we will also be inspired to make a phone call or a visit, to do the acts of Bikur Cholim, of visiting and supporting those who are in need. So this evening, I invite you to open your programs that you received as you entered the sanctuary, where you will find a list of names that has been compiled by our members of those who are in need of healing. And as you look at those names, I'll invite you, as my eyes meet yours, to either read one of those names out loud or to add a name to our community this evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, Adonai, who brings healing to those in need. Let's take a few moments now for silent meditation. find ourselves this Shabbat during the month of Elul. And the month of Elul means many things, but first and foremost, it means that Rosh Hashanah is coming. We are in the month leading up to the High Holy Days. And so our Ruach ensemble means it's the last Shabbat that they have of the year 5778 before they will join us in worship on Rosh Hashanah. And it means that all of the clergy around the world are frantically preparing for services and for this start of a new year. And during this month of Elul, there are a number of traditions that our rabbis have pointed to in order to help us prepare for the holidays. And the rabbis have identified a number of different things that might be able to help us get into that mindset of the season of repentance of the High Holy Days. And there is one tradition that suggests that we should look at the month of Elul, the word Elul, and to break it down and turn it into an acronym. And in Hebrew, the word Elul is spelled Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed. And our rabbis teach us that that is an acronym for a phrase you may have heard, Ani Lidodi Vidodi Li. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. And the rabbis interpret this acronym, this connection between Elul and this well-known phrase that we typically associate with marriage, with intimacy, in suggesting that perhaps as we prepare for Rosh Hashanah, we should do so by thinking about how we engage in our most intimate relationships. And perhaps the way that we think about how we are intimate with another person, that could be a way in which we could mirror and become intimate with God. And so I want to share a brief story that illustrates this idea of intimacy, particularly during this time of year. And this is a story about a woman whose name was Malka. And Malka was a woman who lived in England, and her husband did not live with her. He had sent her off to England because he had to stay behind and work, and they could not afford for the two of them to stay together. And Malka was running short on money. She wasn't sure what she was going to do. She was almost out of money. And then one day, a sea captain arrived. And the sea captain said to Malka, I've come, and I brought not only well wishes from your husband, but I've also brought 10 shillings for you. So he gives her the shillings, and Malka thinks to herself, this couldn't possibly be all that my husband intended for me. And so she challenged him, challenged the sea captain, and she ended up taking him to court. And she said, there's no way that my husband would only give me 10 shillings. And she wanted to know, how much did the sea captain receive for delivering this money to her? And it turns out the sea captain told her that he received 90 shillings and she only received 10. And in the court, he decided that he was going to stand his ground and he was going to prove his point. And so he showed a letter to the judge, and the letter said, give Malka what you want and keep the rest. And Malka, she knew immediately what her husband had intended. She said, okay, write down for me how much you want. And so the sea captain wrote down 90 shillings. And once he did that, Malka turned to the judge and said, see, the note said, the note said, give Malka what you want and keep the rest. And the judge agreed with her that he should give Malka the 90 shillings, give Malka what he wanted, and then he would get to keep the rest. And this story, the story has many lessons, of course. We could go into the many, many different lessons that this story suggests. But I really think that one of the core lessons of this story is about love, and it's about intimacy. Because Malka would have never been able to figure this out had it not been for the intimacy of their relationship. It almost seemed as if the two of them were speaking a secret language, and that Malka had received a text that was obscure, and only she knew how to read it in a way that would benefit her. And so I think that this message of love is one that could connect to our anticipation of the High Holy Days. And it can connect by thinking about how, in the same way that we may be in an intimate relationship, it doesn't need to be with a spouse. It could be an intimate relationship with a friend or a parent or a child or a sibling. And that intimate relationship is one where we speak a secret language with another person. And our hope is that during Elul, in anticipation of the High Holy Days, we will figure out how to speak the secret language that God is speaking to us. And so we can think about how this note to Malka from her husband is in some ways like Torah. It is an obscure document. It sometimes doesn't make sense. And our hope is that in achieving an intimacy with God, we'll be able to understand the secrets that God is trying to share with us. So I leave you with that beautiful story, and also a story that relates to another blessing that we have tonight on this Shabbat, which is an anniversary blessing for those who, I'm certain, speak a secret language with their spouse. And so we're going to invite you to rise as I call your name, and so that we can offer a special blessing for you this evening. So first, with 24 years of marriage, William and Manon King Sternberg. With 38 years of marriage, Joan Garfield and Michael Luxembourg. And also with 38 years of marriage, Henry and Linda Berman. With 39 years of marriage, Rick and Shelley Christensen. With 44 years of marriage, Jim and Gail Rappaport. With 49 years of marriage, Tom and Artis Wexler. And also with 49 years of marriage, Earl and Phyllis Cohn. With 50 years of marriage, Bob and Barb Howard. Also with 50 years of marriage, Steve and Suzanne Usen. With 52 years of marriage, Bart and Karen Press. And with 61 years of marriage, Stan and Gloria Alexander. If there is anybody else who is celebrating their anniversary in August, if you want to rise and share your names and how many years of marriage you're celebrating. 28. 28. Sorry that I don't have you. Anyone else? Okay, we'll invite everyone who is present, who is supporting one of these couples, a family member or close friend, to also rise and to stand by their side. So we offer these words of blessing. Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, bless these couples on the anniversary of their marriage. May you reflect with a deep gratitude upon the years that have passed. Many and varied have been your experiences since that moment. May you recall the joys that have sweetened your lives. May you be thankful for the strength that allowed you to weather the storms that shook you to your very roots. God, you have been with these couples through all their years together, so may you continue to bless them with your presence in the years to come. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, may God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you always find yourselves in God's presence and be blessed with many more years of happiness, health, joy, and peace, as together we say, Amen. Let's turn to page 282 in our prayer books and rise for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. This evening, we think of those in our community who have died in recent days. Janet Sussman, Anita Gerson, Esther Klein, Lyubov Morishek, Bernie Eisenstadt, Dwayne Carlson, Rachel Duncan, Marjorie Marge Shark. We also think of those whose yahrzeit has occurred since we gathered last Shabbat. Hilda Alexander, Cheryl Usen Anderman, Jay Binder, Clarice Cutts, Fanny Fox, Sandra Friedman, Shirley Garber, Saul Garfield, Gustav Gimbel, Donald Goldberg, Alex Golden, Meir Gorin, Robert Gross, Lawrence Hahn, Curtis Hort, Peggy Johnson, Elsie Kahn, Donald Kleekoffer, Phyllis Clough, Maurice Kotz, Abraham Leader, Belle Lipset, Charles Luther, Hannah Lyon, Jack Mandel, Sylvia Mark, Moses Maislin, Jean McNeil, Sam Meckler, Mary Moroner, Richard Nord, James Odland, Lois Peltz, William Schaller, Jerry Shapiro, Sam Scher, Bert Silberman, Bernie Silver, Joanna Seimer, Philip Steinberg, Rebecca Weisberg, Maury Winnick, Bertha Wolf, Evelyn Wulovich, Esther Yanoff, Celia Zitmore. If you are remembering somebody this evening for Shloshim or for Yahrzeit, I invite you to share their name as I look your way. Zikronam livracha, may all of their memories be for a blessing as we turn to page 294 for Mourner's Kaddish. V'yit Gedal, V'yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divrach Hirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon Uvyomechon, Uvchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uvizman Hariv Ve'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'alam U'almei Almaya. V'yit Barach V'yishtabach V'yit Pa'ar V'yit Romam V'yit Naseh. V'yit Hadar V'yit Haleh V'yit Halal. Shemei Dekudasha Barechu. Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata. Tush Bechata V'nechemata. Da'amiran Be'alma Ve'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah Mim Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen.
Osei shalom bimromav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Very excited.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yasher Koach.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.